Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, I'm Mary, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. I see we have some new members, some new YouTube subscribers, so for you I give an extra warm welcome to you. Today, you guessed it, we are here for the mini controversy. So excited to dig into this. I am a little nervous because this color story is not the best color story. So I can definitely see why a lot of people were not too interested in the mini palette. Just because it's really hard to come up with a good amount of eye looks just with these 9 shades. I think when it comes to this launch, it's mostly, at least in my eyes, in my opinion, since I have been following the series, for me purchasing the Conspiracy palette and the mini controversy, because I honestly wanted both. I didn't want just the Conspiracy palette. I wanted both, just because I want to support Shane and Jeffree on this journey. I've been following the series on YouTube, and I kind of feel like, you know, we were all along for the journey, and it just makes both of these palettes that much extra special. So it's more of, I guess, a collector's item than anything, but the colors I still think are very beautiful. I'm going to create 2 looks. On one eye I'll do one look, and on the other I'll do a total different one. I will try and go on one of them more on the like muted kind of an everyday, or, you know, like say you're going to work, you're not going to wear like the super bright purple or super bright blue colors on your eyes. But I'm here to show you a couple of looks. I have been watching some tutorials and eye looks on the mini controversy, and I'm pretty sure you have seen so many different variations, but I just thought, you know, it would not hurt to give you a couple of more. So let me go ahead and prime my eyes and get ready, and I'll be right back. Eyes are primed, and I used Wet n Wild concealer. I did not set it. I am going to leave it as is. I find that the colors look brighter when I do that. First color I'm going to dig into is going to be Cry on My Couch, which is the lightest shade in the palette. I'm just going to see how it works. Okay, and it looks like it just looks like a tan, like at least on my skin. Sorry, and I'm using the JH32. All right, so this color is not showing up at all, but don't you worry. We are going to make the best of this. It's pretty much just matching my eyelids to the rest of my skin. Well, it's a good thing I didn't set my eyes, because I just did with that color. So the next color I'm going to go in with is Diet Root Beer, and it's the same shade that's in the Conspiracy palette, which I did not use last time. I'm going to go in with the same brush. And I do like to bring the shadow up to my eyebrow, at least here in this inner corner. I just feel like it makes it pop out just a tad bit more. All right, so this is what it looks like so far. Don't be scared, it's going to come along. Next color, and I'm actually going to go ahead and use the same brush. I am going to go in with My Apology. Now, I didn't dip into it too much because I wanted to make sure that I knew what the color did before I put it down, because I didn't want to grab too much. Right now, I'm just connecting the crease. So I'm connecting this color to the Diet Root Beer. All right, so this is what it looks like so far. Oh my gosh. I just realized that I'm doing the same look on both eyes. Kill me now. Blah. I am so mad at myself right now. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe this eye, and yeah, I totally pulled a page Corin if you know who that is. Just to let you guys know, I do feel that my Apology shade did stain my eyelids just a tiny bit. So just letting you guys know that when you deal with cruelty-free makeup, you do end up with some staining on your eyelids because of what they need to put into the product in order to get that color. So just letting you guys know. Okay, so how loud were you yelling at your television, telling me to stop because I was doing the same eye look on both eyes? Why don't you let me know in the comment down below how loud you were yelling at me through your television. I'm going to use my boyfriend's purse and apply that all over the lid on this eye. Oh, it's very, very creamy, guys. I love it. It's very creamy, oh my goodness. Even though this color when you look at it, it looks like it's a little bit of a shimmer shadow, it's very creamy. So the consistency is a little, it's different. So I'm gonna try and use a brush. It's just a Morphe brush, that's what it looks like. And see how it applies with the brush. Because the only reason I used my fingers is because I thought it was going to be like a shimmer shadow, but honestly, it's not. It's an actual shadow. It's like a powdery shadow. So I am going to go back in with my Apology with a JH32 and kind of go a little bit in the corner of the eye. So kind of like that. So I think what I'm going to do is grab my Fix Plus real quick and dip into my boyfriend's purse and see if that makes a difference. Bring my brush and I'm going to dip into my boyfriend's purse and see if it intensifies the color, and it does. All right guys, so that's what I have so far, and I did clean up and make that a little bit more crisp. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to this other eye on this side. I will finish the lower lash line once I put my base on. I'm going to start with Flat Earth, and I'm going to use that as a transition shade. And I'm using JH30. So now that that shade is down, I am going to now go in with Canceled. I'm actually going to go in with the same brush, which is the JH30. And I'm going to mainly focus this on the crease more than anything. So this is what I have so far, and see how I blended it. So you still see that first shade, which is the Flat Earth, and then Canceled is right there, and it's blended pretty nicely. These pastel colors, for some reason, maybe it's just the brush I'm using, but they feel a little more powdery than the other shadows. I'm going to go into the Simulation, which is that pretty, it looks like a shimmer shadow, but we won't see it until I dig into it. The JH41, which pretty much almost looks like a crease brush. It's just not as flat. So let me try going in with the Simulation dry first and go from there. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna go in with Fix Plus just because I'm not seeing much. So as you can tell, this is going to be 50 Shades of Blue, but with 3. I kind of wish that Jeffree would have played around with these shadows and did like a release video, just so we knew this ahead of time and how, like, what to expect from these shadows, you know? That way, like, we're not all as surprised as we were or as we are, like I am right now, with how and what needs to be done so that they can perform well. All right, so I tried to blend the simulation with canceled as best as I could to go in with my apology and kind of do like a little smoky line on my lash line and see how that looks. Yeah. Okay, so just like that, see how it's like just very subtle. Now what I'm going to do is put on my base, and I think once I put on my base and I can start working with the lower lash lines, I can get a bigger picture of how this is going. My base is down and I'm going to finish this eye. So for the lower lash line, I am going to use, it's just an e.l.f. Smudge brush. And I'm going to use my apology on this corner right here. And this is just an Essence smudge brush, and I'm going to go in with Diet Root Beer, and I'm going to do the same thing but on the opposite side. All right, so that's what I have to go in with on my inner corner of the eye with Exposed, which is that pretty to me it looks like a lilac color. The JH42, which is a very, very tiny concealer brush, and I'm just going to grab a little bit of concealer and I'm going to go in right in that inner corner. All right, and I'm actually going to go in with the same brush and pick up the lilac color and just dump it on here. Oh, you see it? I think with this side, this boring side, that lilac right in the inner corner just kind of took this eye look to a whole different level. So now that that color is on, I actually really like this eye look a lot better now. So for this eye, I am going to go in, just found one, under the lash line with Controversy, which is that very pretty bright purple. So there it is. So I am going to go in with my boyfriend's purse and put this right in the corner of the eye. I'm also going to use that same little brush and I am going to highlight my brow bone. Okay, and I think these eye looks are done. So I'm going to finish the rest of my face off camera and I'll be back with the final verdict. All right guys, so these are the final looks for the eye. I went ahead and added white eyeliner on the lower lash line, and I added, of course, lashes. These are just like your wispy Ardell ones. I wanted to go a little more on the natural side. I did put a little bit of an eyeliner on top just to hide the lash line. I went ahead and put on some blush. I did use the Skin Frost Peach Goddess again by Jeffree Star Cosmetics for my highlight. I also went ahead and used a Jeffree Star gloss, the Velour Liquid Lipstick in color Androgyny. It's one of my favorite colors that I own. I only own 3 of his glosses and I have another one coming. But so far out of the 3, this color is my favorite. It's just a beautiful shade. All in all, I think they came out okay. Well, the blue side, I'm talking about the blue side. As far as like the more subtle and possibly everyday look, I actually really love the way this eye turned out. I would definitely wear this for sure. This side, it would have to be a special event for me to wear this, just because blue is one of the colors that I dislike working with the most. My verdict on this: it is a beautiful palette. I am very, very happy that I was able to snag it, but it is a palette that has a very unique and kind of sucky storyline, because it is very, very hard to try and come up with different kinds of eye looks with just this palette. Now, as far as creating looks, I think we all tend to forget that when you buy an eyeshadow palette, it doesn't necessarily mean that I could only use this eyeshadow palette to create a look. With that being said, you can buy this palette, since it is going to be a permanent collection for Jeffree Star Cosmetics. And once, you know, the hype goes away and you are planning on buying this or are wondering whether you should or not, if you do, you can definitely use other eyeshadow palettes so that you can get the most use out of the beautiful colors in this palette. Yes, the storyline sucks because there is not a good amount of variety to where you can create, you know, as many looks as you could with the Controversy palette. But if you combine this eyeshadow palette with another eyeshadow palette, you can probably create such beautiful looks. So don't go thinking that this eyeshadow palette sucks, because it does not. It performed beautifully. I actually had little to no fallout with this palette. There was a lot of kickback when I dipped into some of the shades, especially the mattes, but I had absolutely no fallout on my face. Do I think you need to go out there and purchase this? No. Do I think you should purchase this palette if you want to support Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson on this journey? Yes. If you can't afford the Conspiracy palette, then I definitely think purchasing the Mini Controversy is a great way of showing your support for Shane and Dawson. At the end of the day, that is why we all purchased this palette. That is why, you know, we broke the internet, because we want to show our support to these creators, these YouTubers that have worked so hard. I know a lot of people out there are saying, you know, that this was overhyped and, you know, with the whole series, but it's just like any other YouTuber out there when something is being released. It's the same exact thing. It's just that they were smart enough to think of the idea of filming a series right before, or that is leading up to the release of these palettes. We can't be mad about that. It's smart in their part, and I think that their viewers and their subscribers appreciated it. No, I did. I did receive an email from Beautylish, and my second Jeffree Star order should be here Monday, so I can't wait for that to get here, because then I'll be able to announce the giveaway details of the Conspiracy palette. If you are not subscribed, then make sure to subscribe to my channel, because this giveaway is only going to be available to my YouTube subscribers. I will post the details as soon as the palette comes in. I want to make sure it's good to go, it's not damaged or anything, so stay tuned for that. I also would love it if you left a comment down below if you purchased a Mini Controversy or a Conspiracy palette or any item of this launch. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you don't, then you can also give it a thumbs down. Thank you so much for being here again. I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope that by me doing this conspiracy palette giveaway helps me show you guys that I definitely appreciate you sticking around and watching my videos and enjoying my content, because I am having a pretty good time doing this for you guys. Like I have mentioned in some of my videos, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and this is my way of kind of just winding down and getting rid of some of that mommy stress and mommy anxiety. It's kind of like a therapy session for me, really. So I'm not doing this because I want to become YouTube famous. That is not the purpose of this. I'm doing this because I genuinely am enjoying recording and creating content for you guys. As soon as I stop enjoying creating the content for you, then I will be stopping, because I'm not doing this for a living. I'm not doing this to get money. I'm doing this for fun, and I really want to make sure that I stay true to that and I keep it that way, because I have seen what, you know, some of the higher up or more famous, as you can say, YouTubers out there have gone through, because, you know, certain events happened, or fame, as people say, got to their heads, or just drama, and I want no part of that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the eye looks that I created. Maybe this one more than this one. And have a good rest of your day, or morning, or night, or whatever, and I will see you guys on